and this is the most revolutionary and exciting part of the total program. Here's George to tell you about overspeed training.
Remember at the beginning how we told you that you were born with certain characteristics that couldn't be changed? But you also acquired certain characteristics through your environment, and we believe those can be changed. Overspeed or sprint-assisted training simply means using some method to force the body to run faster than it ordinarily could, to take faster and longer steps than ever before and sprint at faster than world record speed. By doing this over a period of 4 to 5 weeks, sprinting speed has been shown to improve quite significantly. There are a number of forms of overspeed training. You've probably used combined downhill-uphill sprinting in the past, using a slight grade of about 2.5 to 3.5 degrees. It's a very effective method. Cycling is an overspeed training program that came about from the realization that a high-quality sprinter could take 4 to 5 steps per second, and that same sprinter on a bicycle could take up to 7 revolutions per second. It's treated the same as a towing technique or downhill sprinting. The repetitions and the speed are almost identical. In general, a certain number of repetitions are performed. The operator rides at 3 to 5 seconds at low speed, then goes into vigorous pedaling for approximately 3 to 4 more seconds before leveling out and taking a 1-minute rest before the next repetition. High-speed cycling is still in the experimental stages, and there's really not much known in terms of whether there is carryover to flat surface unaided running in terms of improving stride rate, stride length, and speed in short distances.
Another form of overspeed training is using surgical tubing. Now, in this case, Jerry's normal time is 4.7. We can pull Jerry using this device anywhere from 4.3 to about 3.9. Just depends on how much he wants to let go into it. What he'll do is go back to 40 yards, and he'll let this gently tugging forward. And you'll find that his form should be somewhat comparable to actual sprinting technique. We're trying to improve his running ability, make him run faster than he's capable of running at this time. All right, Jerry? Go, Jerry. Okay, Jerry. That looked pretty good. What'd you get, George?
4.3.
4.3, that's what I got. That looks like it, based upon really what you could do now, I bet about 15 to maybe even 20% faster than you could run.
Now we move on to 2 of the more exotic forms of overspeed or sprint-assisted training. High-speed treadmill sprinting is an overspeed training technique used to force you to take faster and longer steps. It's used in the same way as towing and downhill sprinting. Like towing and downhill sprinting, treadmill sprinting should come early in your workout while you're fatigue-free. Complete recovery between each repetition is necessary. Keep in mind that you're trying to increase stride rate and stride length, not anaerobic conditioning. The warm-up can be combined with practice getting on and off the treadmill at various speeds. Tread belt speed is increased from 10 to 15 to 18 to 20 to 23 or more miles per hour as the runner becomes warmed up and acclimated. This treadmill is capable of speeds in excess of 26 miles per hour and a 9.0-second 100-meter dash, a world's record. A safety belt can be used at speeds beyond the sprinter's capability to allow him to stay up with the tread belt and get off the treadmill very safely. After 4 to 5 weeks of training 2 to 3 times weekly, runners have improved their 40-yard dash times by as much as 0.4 of a second. Unfortunately, high-speed treadmills such as this one with a speed adapter kit are rare, expensive, and impractical for team use. The most productive and practical form of sprint-assisted training is the Sprint Master. This is the machine you see next to Bob. It has a small gasoline motor which reels in a rope attached to a pair of handles. It allows the runner to be towed with natural sprinting motion. Just for demonstration purposes, Doug Donnelly is going to make a run for us. Doug has never used this machine before. Even though this was his first run, Doug did the 20 yards in 1.42 seconds. Now remember, in our testing phase, we ran Mitch Gleber and Marcus Davis in time 40s, and Davis was the quicker of the two. We ran them again in a 20-yard dash, flying start, to get a reference point for the sprint master.
Who'd you get? The first guy across? Yeah. Okay, I got the second.
Our 20-yard times, flying start, Davis 1.95, Gleber 2.05. Now we're going to put the slower of the pair, Gleber, on the sprint master and see how the two fare when they race. Gleber's time 1.60. Davis, without sprint assistance, 2.04. Let's look at it again in slow motion, and you can see just how far ahead Gleber is at the finish line, even though he appeared to be running effortlessly.
You got to put out 100% and do exactly what makes you comfortable and what will make you run faster in whatever event that you choose. But mostly important, I think, with the technology that we have and with something that we're trying to exploit now with speed and explosion to increase your speed, if you do it in the right manner and do it not overdo it, I feel that you can easily increase your speed by a big percentage.
Today we've shown you a lot of information about how to improve your speed. We don't expect you to remember all of it from this one brief overview. What we hope is that you'll take what you've learned here, go back to the reference book, How to Run Faster, and build a program to suit your own personal sport. Perhaps after seeing some of the exercises used here and seeing some of the devices used in speed training, you'll be better able to understand the information in the book. And most of all, we hope that you've gained a new measure of enthusiasm for what can be done to improve your athletic performance. So get out there, throw the ball further, hit the ball harder, cover the court like a blanket. Because after all, that is the purpose of this whole program, to improve your athletic performance through speed. This is Bob Magruder. We'd like to thank our experts, Dr. George Denterman and Dr. Bob Ward. Also, all our fine demonstrators, Randy White, Doug Donnelly, Mitch Gleber, Marcus Davis, Brian Baldinger, Greg Veldman, Tammy Etienne, and Bob Bruni.